Ellie Steffens called last night. Those of you
It's her name. I didn't heard it after her.
Ellie said I thought she was going to be here. She was expecting to come. Another commitment she has. She works in an adolescent facility with students at risk, young people at risk of committing suicide, and so she's working there tonight. That's what.
Where's that string?
That's all.
I'm hiding it. Want to put it on the camera?
No, but I'm not a camera.
Ow, that hurts.
That's good. That's what you get for making faces.
Who does it?
Oh, we could use this for American Studies.
Harry, you're not hooked up.
I'm not hooked up.
Oh.
Terry, grab the
That's something else. I want to thank Terry. Last year I was at MT, and I'd like to thank him again for spending the past year and a half putting this together and getting it off the ground and doing all of the videos and contacting everybody virtually alone, because every time he asked the powers that be, you know, they sort of slipped away like quicksilver. So thank you for another day.
With the school district's mission statement around the room, if you'd like to take a look at it before you leave. That's the Brentwood School District's mission statement. It looks strangely familiar.
Maybe someone should read it, John.
There's a difference, however, as we all know, between words and actions. And enough said.
Well, I would like to say, that reminds me of something. That's sort of a funny story. Well, first I'll say my name is Sue. I graduated in 1976, thank you. And, well, the best thing I got out of MT was that it reinforced the feeling I had that needed to be reinforced about the worth of the unconventional or the things that weren't necessarily conforming. So it reinforced that for me. And it still reinforces it for me. And I look at my neighbors' lawns, they're mowed, mine isn't. I say, anyway, so the mission statement idea. You get that on tape?
Yeah.
Good girl.
I work for a school district. I do writing for them, and they asked me to contribute ideas for their mission statement, so I took some stuff that John had given me from MT, and I wrote it into some sentences. And I'm not sure if they actually incorporated it or not, but I thought that was really fun to do.
Isn't that plagiarism?
Yes.
I'm Grace. I wasn't there in the beginning, but I was there at the end. I was a facilitator for the years 83 to 4. It was the high, and still is, of my life. I joined a community of learners, of the most caring people I've ever known in my entire life. I only can think alternatively now. I'm still involved with students. I still work in Brentwood. I'm a counselor for at-risk students. From the students at MT, I learned a great deal that the students today still are the same as anybody else. They still have the same needs. I miss John. He left 2 years ago. He's become quite famous now that he left. People are always talking about John and alternative education and Maslow-Toffler. And I just want to thank John really for this opportunity to come back and for an opportunity to say hello to all the people that I still love. Thanks, John.
I'd like to say something, but not. I'm Dennis. I was a drop-in for over 5 years, and my brother Paul, who graduated in '81, I think. I wanted to say he can't be here, but I wanted to say hi and that he loves you all. Thanks.
While she's looking, I'd like to take the opportunity to also say thank you to John, Milt, everyone, my fellow students, everyone at Maslow-Toffler, because it only had a positive effect on my life. And I'd like to take the opportunity to say thank you. I came here tonight specifically to do that, so I had to squeak it in there, John.
We're passing them around. And while we're doing that, I just want to say the same thing I said the last 2 weeks I've been here. MT was the School of Futuristic Education. You were the first, John. Help me. First have death and dying.
Yes. Oh, there are so many firsts. As a matter of fact, I
You
took
went
your
through a
idea,
whole
Grace,
list.
and I put a list of things that people have in their hands
They
already.
do have.
Yes, of so many, and that's only a handful of them. Really reflect their first and so many others. That was a good idea.
I think it's still the school.
I agree. You know, no humility about saying that either.
I'm
It's just a
trying,
matter
I'm
of...
trying, you could try.
How many of you graduates went on to work in the educational system?
How many wish we hadn't?
Did you have a bad day today, Patty?
I have bad days every day. Patty, you really feel that way yourself? Yes, I wish I would become an accountant. I always said
I made more money. But not in this
That doesn't include raising
make a difference in the classroom.
Penny over.
Grace, I've noticed that when I've done this process with other groups, there are times when the tension that exists between people is so great that people are calling out, "Ow! Oh! Oh!" I notice what a loose, really loose crowd. Although the invitation, as Ted observed before, was to wrap it around once, I noticed how some people are really a
I
hold
didn't
on.
think Patty was going to stop. She kept standing there wrapping it around her hand. The next time I saw her, it was around her
I was
finger.
nervous.
When Grace reads this, there's a place where she's going to read the word office. I think it would help if those of us who are involved in education to any extent might think the word school. But the word written is office.
Sometimes you just connect like that. No big thing maybe, but something beyond the usual business stuff. It comes and goes quickly, so you have to pay attention. A change in the eyes when you ask about the family. A pain flickering behind the statistics about a boy and a girl in school, or about seeing them every other Sunday. An older guy talks about his bride, a little affection after 25 years. A hot-eyed achiever laughs before you want him to. Someone tells about his wife's job or why she quits working to stay home. An old joker needs another laugh on the way to retirement. A woman says she spends a lot of her salary on an au pair, and a good one is hard to find, but worth it because there's nothing more important than the baby. Listen, in every school you hear the threads of love and joy and fear and guilt, the cries for celebration and reassurance. And somehow you know that connecting those threads is what you're supposed to do, and business takes care of itself.
Thank you. Those of you who want to take a head start over to Michael's, there's a map over there someplace. You have a tape to pick up. Let me give it to you now. And for everyone else, thank you so much for being here.
Can we let go of the thread? It's going to be difficult driving. Right next to the expressway.
I have to find an ATM if I go anywhere. I'm like, I know, I feel like that's the red light.
I don't think I've ever done this before.